Hi, I'm John and welcome back to my Lair of Action Figures, where I'll be talking and reviewing action figures from different manufacturers. Today we're going to be having a look at Plan B Toys Wave 3 figures, so I'm going to put them all around here because sadly there was only 3 figures that came out in this wave, so we're going to be having a closer look at them. So let's go in order, putting them over here. So we're going to be starting about our Delta Force Sniper. So Delta Force Sniper comes with, of course, a sniper rifle over here, a map, some netting. Of course, he has the Succom MK23. He has also a third weapon, MP5, where he has also the pouches over here. So this is something that Hasbro may want to take a look at, because when you have a sniper, you should have a secondary rifle. Not only he should have another rifle to defend himself, due to the fact that the sniper rifle is not very interesting, even if he does have a bit of a squad behind, but if he wants to have a bit of going into the action, he's going to be needing something more than a one-shot gun. So as you can see, there's also a lot of explanation about it. As you can see, these were exclusive to GameStop video shop. So of course I did get a few of these, if I have good memory, but this was a long time ago. I did sell some of these, but really find it really neat. I like the fact of how much detail you get into this figure. The thing they came out in 2003, if I'm not mistaken. And you can see you have the harness, the chest harness, you have the flag vest, and you have the American flag on it. I mean, this reminds me a bit the Delta Force guys that they did for the Black Hawk Down movie. Of course, he already has this 3-color desert outfit. Of course, you have a grenade, flashbang, water canister, and a pair of goggles. I mean, really, they did a pretty nice, interesting box. But now I forgot to do that with Wave 2. As you can see, Wave 3 didn't change anything to it. So roughly, if you're watching Wave 2, or Wave 3 and Wave 2, well, they're exactly the same packaging. Now that we have seen our Delta Force guy, let's dive into our Marine Force Recon. Now, this is also a really cool figure. Now, of course, he comes with an M16A2 M203 grenade. This kind of gives you a bit of a vibe that if he would have a mustache, I would have said this is, of course, Leatherneck, who will be coming out in the classified line. I should be I don't know if he's coming in with the next wave, but we're not going to talk about that right now. So, of course, like in all of them, you have a bit of history about the unit. You have, of course, the weapon, the M16A2. You have, of course, he has a 6-hour pistol. He has the radio, two flashbangs, or what's the name of it? Come back afterwards. So we have the grenades, we have the map, and of course flashlight, and as I said, the canister. And these are could be also smoke grenades. Now, if we're looking at the figure, of course, it's something that we have already seen, but the fact that he has some camouflage paint on his face, the webbing is pretty cool. And the fact that you can hook on the light over there, the little flashlight, or you can put a grenade, like you will see later on when I'll be showing out these things. Really, really great figure. Then afterwards, we have the last one in the wave, and here we have another green beret. Now, I like the idea of the figure. It looks pretty neat. The fact of having the gloves on does solve a lot of problems. I'm just a bit surprised that they wanted to go with 6-hour FAMAS rifle for him, because that doesn't make really sense about it. Of course, he has a flak vest, so these things are a bit of a pain in the ass to put on. He has some flippers, don't know why they give that. I like the fact that he has a MP5 SD3 with him, and that he has also M4 carabine, so that's also pretty cool. He comes with 2 pistols, only 1 holster, but you have 2 pistols over there. So it looks like they're saying he has a Succom, but by the looks of it, doesn't look like it. Should look like a basic pistol. They should say it's an MK3 pistol, so it doesn't have anything precise. Does come with the ammo box, who's really fantastic. So really not too bad at all for these figures. So now that we have looked at the figures, let's dive in and see what we get in the box. Now let's have a look at what we get in the box. Now before I'm going to go any forward, this part is going to be a bit redundant because this is going to be put in every one of the videos after I review. Then afterwards I will be talking about what I think about the figures. Of course, do they have any valuable for the collectible point of view? And my final thoughts about the figure. But this one's going to be the one where I'm going to be talking about the articulations and how great they are and how do they look and how compatible they are with the G.I. Joe classified series. So of course here is one of the figures that I have. Of course you can see the knife goes into the side over here. Of course they do have a bit of a weird position due to the fact that the articulation over here is pretty limited on the in the parts of the hips. Of course the legs move, they don't have double joints over here. Of course you have ankle movement, so that gives you a bit of flexibility. Of course you have the arm that goes, the hands that spin. Of course you have elbows over here, the elbow turns, the forearm who turns, so it can give you some good ideas for the possibility. As you can see, I hooked a small grenade in here. So this comes out, so you can put a grenade over here, or you can put the lamp. I think the small lamp goes also over there. And of course you can see the head does spin. You also have an articulation around here, so he spins also. So it is a pretty basic figure. What is also very interesting and something that Hasbro should take note, the harnesses, all of these harnesses come off. So you can pop them out over here, if I'm not mistaken. No, of course, it doesn't work when you want to show it, but it does pop out. I know that I have another one over here that I will be showing about. Also, this is one of the Navy divers, as you can see. So you do have, of course, the mask that goes over it. And if you look, you can see that they have put in here, if you can see, there's some glass. So I mean, it's not even hollow. So if you really think about it, they really did a fantastic job on these figures, if you really think about it, for a figure that came out 25 years ago. I mean, this is pretty impressive for that period of time. Oh, right, that one didn't pop in properly. And as you can see, they're not falling apart. Well, there's some stuff that does get unglued, and we'll be talking about some of the issues at a further date. But as you can see, they look pretty neat, and you can gear them up with any kind of rifle. Let's do this also, so then you can see. So the rifles, compared to Hasbro, these are made out of solid plastic. For anybody who knows 21st century toys, the weapons do feel a lot like 21st century toy figures. They are this kind of solid build. As you can see, the figure looks pretty neat. Let's dive into another figure over here. As you can see, this is the one from the sniper. Now I have, of course, a Navy SEAL. Now this is the part that I find very interesting because, as you can see, you can build up your army of special forces. So this is something that is really great. If you want to do it, you should interchange. Whoops, that came unglued. You should remove the head, then you should pop in another head. As simple as this. So if you want to put this head over here, as you can see, it pops in, and there we are. You have, oops, didn't fit in properly here. There we are. And the head's in, as you can see, and you have a new soldier. So this is something that I find very interesting. As I was talking, here we have another vest. So of course, this is a bit the one who reminds me a bit the one that Snake Eyes has, the one I did a review of, the one with Timber. As you can see, you have the pouches for the MP5, or you can also use the chargers, are a bit similar for the Uzi. So of course, you see it unclips over here. And the only thing you need to do is come over here, pop this on the figure. Oops, come on. Put it in over here. And then lift this up, clips it in. And there we are. We have our figure all ready to go to battle. Let's put this head back on. And there we are. We have the chest harness, we have the gun, also the a bit stuck because it's been in there for many years and sitting in storage. So as you can see, you can really customize them to your likeness. You see, I did a medic over here. Here we have the CQB one, of course, the little flashlight over here. I mean, when you see the details on these accessories, I was talking about the rifles. I mean, paint job. I mean, for something that came out such a long time ago, it really looks neat. And like I said, they're not bendable plastic, so we really have some great stuff. As I was talking, like the radio has some pretty well details. I guess you can see them here. This works. I mean, all of this is really fantastic. The ammo crate have the writing on it. I mean, they really did something fantastic on these figures. Of course, you have also the binoculars, you have the flippers. I mean, so much possibilities. Now, of course, I will not go out without showing you this badass figure, because, I mean, he really has this hard look on his face. And as you can see, you can really pose him in. Also, this is another one of the holsters. But, of course, you will see that many figures will use the same accessories. So you have 3 different accessories, if we can say like this. These are the 3 different accessories that you will get. But as you can see, the vests are interchangeable. You can build up your figure, customize it in any kind of which way you want, and they really do hold up pretty well. We'll be giving them a little spin at the end when I'm going to be telling you about what do I think about these figures with the boxes. So as you can see, they really hold up pretty well on this thing. Here we have the green beret. So of course, yes, I do admit that the legs, the articulation of the legs are weird. But now the big question is how compatible they are with the G.I. Joe classified line. Well, here is my Spirit holding the M203 that will be going at a later date on Leatherneck. Well, I have a few of those, so I'm not going to be complaining, but as you can see, they work pretty well. They're pretty well compatible. Now let's see, I also have Stalker over here. You see, you can really put the rifle in this kind of more tactical grip, giving him this way of shooting, aiming. I mean, these weapons are really fantastic and work pretty well on the classified figures, and as you can see, they match pretty well. Now the question is, how good these figures mix up with the classified. As you can see, they're a bit taller for the classified series figures, but like in real life, humans don't have always the same size. Like I said, the down point is this part over here. I know I'm repeating myself, but as you can see, we do have some really great compatibility, and I will be also putting it at the end, showing it off on the review when I have the figures posted, when we'll be giving the final value of these figures and what do I think about it. As you can see, I have collected a lot of gear from these guys. So you have the maps, you have the night visions, you have a ton of grenades, you have the water bottles, who are also a nice add. And I mean, for the time, I mean, you can even remove the top of it. I mean, for something who came out so long time ago, and when you see what Hasbro is giving us for certain of these, yeah, it's a bit of a disgrace. So this is where I keep all the different hands. Of course, I have also my bag of heads that I have over here. So you can see all the different heads, the way you can interact. So, of course, this is not all figures from Wave 1. There's a bit of a mix on these figures. So as you can see, they have some pretty cool things. Now, let's go into my final thoughts and tell you if I think these items do have a collectible point of view, and we will see that. Now, what do I think about the Special Force Wave 3 figures, and do I think they're collectible value? So let's start by the collectible value. Yes, these figures are highly collectible. As you can see, they are GameStop exclusive, so the fact that you could only purchase them from over there in the US, and I guess Canada may have had some, but I don't know for sure. I'm not going to talk about something I'm not 100% sure. Of course, I did get some in Europe, and I was being able to sell them to some of the people over here in Europe. I think I did get them, but yeah, I did get some of those Wave 3 even if they have a certain issue. Now, this is why they are highly collectible items. I saw them going on the secondary market on eBay. You can roughly find them for about people are asking for about $100 a piece. So yes, as you can see, they are pretty well high demand in the collectible. Now, what do I think about Mission Tree? Well, Mission Tree had some interesting figures that came out in it. Sadly, only 3 in this wave. And the big problem with these figures was the problem of the break-in. So I will have to give a pretty bad note for the figures, because beyond the problems that I have explained in the video regarding this wave and wave 4, they did have a certain issue. Even if they did some pretty nice figures with a lot of gear and equipment, I would have to give this a 5 out of 10 due to the fact of the fragility of the plastic and the fact that you cannot much use them. So that's going to be it for the review of my Special Force Mission 3 series. If you like it, please leave a like, share, comment in the section, subscribe to the channel. It helps a lot. Go and check out my Facebook page and my Instagram page, where I post pictures, behind the scenes, outside pictures, and so many more stuff over there. So go and check it out and join over there so you don't miss out on anything. Until then, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!